get it over with.
No, why do you say that?
Oh, I don't belong here.
No, don't. That's not true.
No, it is. I'm a light entertainer. I'm not a political interviewer.
Says who?
Everyone.
No. Well, I think you're great.
Thanks. I do too.
Thank you.
No, I meant me. I think I'm great. I mean, you're great too.
Okay, well, good luck. Break a leg.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to HardWall, where we ask the world's hardest hitters the hard-hittingest questions. Now, unfortunately, tonight is the last episode of HardWall. Oh. I know. But we have all your favorite segments. We've got Softwall, we've got Wonderwall, and of course, we've got HardWall, which brings me to my next guest. Now, it's time to hold some powerful feet to a roaring fire. And my next guest is well acquainted with fire. Oh, we could have had Firewall. Well, we all have regrets. My next guest is, of course, the former Prime Minister of Norway, the former Acting Secretary General of the United Nations, and now a leading voice in conflict resolution. Please welcome Mr. Bjorn Bjornsson.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here, especially for this your final show.
Oh, now, Mr. Bjornsson, if you think that just because this is my final show, I'm going to take it easy on you, you got another thing coming, buddy.
Oh, I would never think that, of course. No.
Okay, first question on HardWall. What's your favorite resolved conflict?
Yeah. Oh, a serious question. I see. Yeah. Well, I would like to say it's perhaps a little bit peculiar to use the word favorite and conflict in the same sentence, but well, if I had to pick one, perhaps that seemed the most intractable at the beginning and then reached the most satisfying conclusion, I would have to say maybe Sudan and South Sudan. Yeah.
Okay, see, I've always had a question.
Because, it was really the most extraordinary situation, resolved by the most extraordinary people.
Sure.
Not least the good and honorable people of those two countries.
Yeah. No, that's great. Why is Sudan not called North Sudan?
Yeah. Oh, is that also that is also a serious question?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Wall, it's because the people of Sudan, they felt that the word Sudan was the best name for the country. Yeah, it really is as simple as that, Mr. Wall. Yeah.
HardWall. Okay, well, that's good to know then. Now you have a new bestseller out there.
Yeah.
It's atop many a bestseller list, the coveted diplomatic literature list, the conflict resolution list. I mean, it's really hitting all the numbers. Now, the name of the book is called A Piece of the Pie.
Yeah.
Peace spelled P-E-A-C-E.
Yeah.
Now, as the host of HardWall, I think that's a brilliant bit of wordsmithing.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Now, what hit me most when I was reading it shattered all of my preconceived notions that the conflict resolution is not done at the barrel of a smoking gun. What's that about?
No. It's about dialogue, communication, fostering an atmosphere of trust, while assuming the best possible motivations of people on both sides. So often you find that the root of the belligerence is mistrust, whether that is founded or not.
Sure. You say this, but a lot of people think that these uneasy truces, peace settlements, such as, they're not really as good as just outright bloody violence. Your thoughts?
But no. No, I don't think that anyone really could actually believe that. Yeah.
Oh, well, the thinking goes that if you just vanquish your opponent's Game of Thrones style, there's no one to make peace with.
But no, that is a barbaric logic, Mr. Wall, from a brutal era that I believe, I truly hope that we are all of us trying desperately to move past. You know, it is true we are inheritors of these conflicts, both territorial and otherwise, and they have shaped us.
Curvewall! Here's an unpredictable question at an unpredictable time. Now, you were the former Prime Minister of Norway.
Well, Mr. Wall...
Yes, now, when you were campaigning, did you ever think about campaigning on the slogan,
Mr. Wall...
Norway, Jose?
No.
Please answer the question, Mr. Bjornson. You are on HardWall.
No, Mr. Wall, I did not ever think...
Okay, no more questions. You're on our clone.
This is the end of the interview then.
No, I got more questions. Have you ever met Colonel Gaddafi? He seems like a weirdo.
Mr. Wall, I would like, if we may, to return to the very
Listen, buddy, you're on
important...
HardWall. You'll answer my questions.
Yeah. I hope you don't think me rude, Mr. Wall, for saying I find your line of questioning quite bizarre.
Yeah, some people can't catch my HardWalls. Now, brings me to another part of my questioning, which is you were first posted in the Khmer Rouge,
Yeah.
which killed some 2 million people. Horrible atrocity.
Yeah.
Did you ever think when you were working there that Khmer Rouge kind of sounds like a chic fashion brand?
No, Mr. Wall, no, I never thought that. No, of course not. Yeah, no, never.
Okay, well, me and the boys in the back came up with some other atrocities that we sound like things in a segment we're calling Holocaust. Okay.
God help us, no.
The Hutus and the Tutsis, they sound like a couple of Teletubbies. Srebrenica sounds like a cheap vodka brand. Okay. Bergen-Belsen.
Bergen-Belsen, the concentration camp. Bergen-Belsen.
Sounds like a telephone company. Bergen-Belsen. Okay. Wounded Knee. Sounds like an old 80s skate punk band. Hello, Wounded Knee. Okay. Pearl Harbor. Bathtub Bukkake.
Mr. Wall.
What's up?
Yeah. I'm right in saying I believe that your whole previous career before this show was in light entertainment, right?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, and this is your final show, huh?
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Mr. Wall, I would like to urge you, in the strongest possible terms, to return to the world of light entertainment. That's to hosting game shows and doing crazy vox pops on a Saturday night. Yeah?
Okay, I mean, if you're trying to get under my skin so you can't answer my questions, I'm sorry, it's not going to work.
No, Mr. Wall, I'm simply being honest. Yeah? The ratings for your show have plummeted, I believe, since the first episode. Yeah.
Then I have. I concede you're probably right. Okay, how about this? If my show were an international conflict, which one would you say I am currently?
Israel-Palestine. Yep, Israel-Palestine. Yep.
Okay, how could I get up to say Norway?
Norway, Mr. Wall. Yeah, well, where to begin? Your guests, as I understand it, Mr. Wall, have frequently expressed dismay that you have failed to do even the most basic research on the questions and topics that you are covering. You know, if you could begin to change that, then perhaps we might begin to compare you to Azerbaijan and Armenia at the moment. Yeah. Now, the infantilization of topics, Mr. Wall, that must stop. These are serious, weighty issues that you are talking about. Now, if you could overcome that considerable obstacle, perhaps we could begin to compare you to Northern Ireland at the height of the Troubles. Yeah? You do not appear to know at any point what you're talking about, Mr. Wall, but I think the most significant problem is your own internal conflict. Yeah? Because on the one hand, you wish to be taken seriously as a political commentator, analyst, and interviewer. Yeah? But on the other hand, you have a desperate childlike desire to be loved as a light entertainer. Yeah? And the tension, Mr. Wall, the conflict between those two brings to mind nothing less than the worst excesses of the Belgians in their expansion into the Congo. Yeah, Mr. Wall, the fact that we are even having this conversation is absurd. You must realize this. You have to hold some feet to the fire, Mr. Wall. If you are not careful, your reputation could fall so low that you are not permitted, you are not allowed to return to the world of Saturday night television. Think of that. Huh?
Fastwall! Now I'm going to shoot a series of fastballs at you right now. Just clear your mind. Say the first thing that comes into your head. Okay. Is your name Bjorn Bjornsson?
Yes.
Are you 59 years old?
Yes.
Are you a male?
Yes.
Do I have a future in political interviewing?
No, 100% no.
Okay, I'll take those odds.
Miss Wall, I did not spend 30 years at the sharp end of international diplomacy to have my intelligence insulted by a man whose critical, analytical thinking skills would be stretched at a cake judging competition. May we finally draw this farcical excuse for an interview to an end, huh? Yes, thank you very much. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Give Mr. Bjornsson a hand.
Jesus, that was bad.
Did you hear what he said to me?
Yeah, I did.
He's a conflict resolver.
No, that was brutal.
That was brutal. I'm glad I don't live in Norway.
Well, FYI, he was not the Prime Minister of Norway, but Sweden.
Oh, that's why he didn't do Norway, Jose. Why didn't he just say that? All right, enough evangelization. Let's do some research this time.
Yeah, okay, here are your notes for the next one.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. And we are finding some good stuff on the last guest.
Please do.
Yeah, and let's hold this one seat to the fire, shall we?
Firewall. Welcome back! Now, we are moving on from HardWall and gliding right into my next segment, Wonderwall, where I interview someone I admire. And this next guest I admire more than most. She's a up-and-comer in the U.S. Congress. Some people think a future president. She's started some green energy ventures, stood up for civil rights, and stood up to big business. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bethany Waters. Welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here and on your final show. What an honor.
Oh, stop. Now you, Missy, you've been shaking a lot of trees lately, dropping a lot of coconuts. What's the pressure like?
Oh gosh, so much pressure. So much pressure. Kind of like that Bjorn Bjornsson fellow. I think the pressure got to be a little too much for him.
Tell me about it.
I mean, what he said, that's just not true.
I think so.
Yeah, you have a wonderful show here. Am I right? I mean, really, you ask the questions that no other interviewer does.
Holocaust.
Yeah. I mean, that's why politicians love coming on your show.
Right.
But really, they make them different overseas, don't they?
Uptight.
Uptight, exactly. I mean, the whole Norway-Sweden confusion, who cares? We are Americans. We're not famous for our knowledge of geography, okay?
Exactly.
No, but I'm joking.
I'm not.
You are fantastic, really.
Stop it.
But I do have a little bone to pick with you.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, Mr. Wall, this is your final show, and this is my first time on the show. That is not fair.
Oh, stop.
I mean it. Why haven't you asked me on this show before?
Stop. You're being nice.
Mr. Wall, I want to come on the show. I want to come on the show.
No, I mean, we had bigger guests before. We didn't need you. Also, you kept canceling.
No. Well, I'm here now.
Okay, yeah, you are here, and you've been busy lately. Now, put on your best cocktail dress, because we are going to the charity wall. Now, rumor has it that you've been hanging out at the local cancer ward and talking to those little bald kids and raising a lot of money for childhood leukemia.
Oh, wow. I did not know how you found that out, Mr. Wall. You naughty boy. That is my secret.
What?
I mean, that's something I do when no one else is watching, because a good deed is a deed that is done when no one knows that it is done.
Yeah, famous saying. But this is nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, you've raised like some $2 million.
Oh, right. I mean, honestly, I really don't want to talk about it. Let's just talk about something else.
I'm really confused because your people emailed me the details.
Oh, those naughty boys at the office.
I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I mean, the email chain starts with your account, telling them to tell me to bring it up. Am I wrong?
That is so strange. Weird.
It's strange. HardWall. Okay, well, let's move on then. Now, you've been making headlines lately for your stinging rebuke of Jeffrey S. Bezos and his Amazon workplace practices. Wasn't that? She was great on television, wasn't she? Really let him have it.
Oh, thank you. I am just saying what everyone else is thinking. I mean, this has been going on for too long. This is the biggest company in the world, and you're trying to tell me that they don't have the money or the knowledge to take care of their employees and give them the dignity that they deserve?
You really let him have it. It was great television.
Thank you. I mean, I'm just trying to do the right thing, and sometimes that means going to the head of the snake.
Yeah. You were so poised while you were doing it.
Oh gosh, I really, inside, I was so nervous. I was like, ah!
I'm sure that's true, but I love that about you.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Wall, are you flirting with me?
No, I'm just, in all situations, you're so calm. Like, you can always tell what I'm thinking, but like,
Oh my goodness.
I mean, like when you were being interrogated on embezzling your campaign funds, for instance. You were just so calm and professional the whole time.
Thank you, but as the verdict said, that
And when they
didn't
brought out
happen.
mountain after mountain of convincing evidence, you still couldn't see any panic on your face.
Thank you for the poised comment, but like the verdict said, the case was thrown out.
That was amazing too, because like a puppet master, you were just pulling strings behind the scenes and in those smoke-filled rooms, getting your party to back you and throw the case out. Amazing.
I don't know what to say.
You could say how I could be that effective. It's my last show.
Well. Oh, looks like there's a commercial break over there. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go.
No, I think we have another minute actually. Now, could you please do me a favor on my last show?
Oh, your last show. What a shame.
Look into the camera there
Okay.
and say, I embezzled my campaign.
I categorically did not do that. That did not happen.
Okay, I'm getting word that, we have, look at your monitor there, we'll show it at home too. This is a damning receipt of a six-figure sum transferred from your campaign account to your personal account, right? And to the Cayman Islands account.
No.
But your name's on
Thank
it.
you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me on your show. I mean, this has been such a pleasure.
Thank you. Just right there. Say, I
will not do that. Thank you so much. Good luck in the future.
Any waters? Future president? Who knows? All right, coming up next, we will have the man who's taken a peek behind the latest scandal in the government. After this.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, who found that receipt? They're a fucking genius.
I know. You got this, Chris?
I know.
Yeah.
By the way, thanks for sticking by me.
Yeah, of course.
course.
Who's the next guy? What's his name?
Tyler Harding.
Tyler Harding. Oh, I'm gonna get him so hard.
Yeah, actually, let me go get your notes.
Okay.
Okay. So there you go. We found some really good stuff.
Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. Oh. I don't want this to end now. I mean, I'm just hitting my stride and it's being taken away from me.
I thought you wanted to go back to live entertainment.
I mean, it was good. You know, I got to wear really cool costumes, meet like really zany people, usually inbred. This is great. I mean, these are big hitters. I mean, this is exhilarating. I'm killing it out there.
Yeah, look, all you do is your best, and you actually kill that fucking interview. Like, she won't be able to serve in public service again.
Right?
And, like, let's see what you do in the next one, and we'll see what we can do.
Think so?
Yeah. Oh,
And we're back! Okay. On our final interview, although not, I think, my last interview ever, is a man who's familiar to everyone, I think, if you've been paying attention to the news. Now, UN envoy Derek Taylor was found tragically dead in his apartment mere hours after blowing the whistle on the U.S. government's coup in Venezuela. Now they tried to cover it up, and he ended up dead. How convenient. Well, my next guest released the official report saying that death was a suicide. Coming up on Softwall, here's Tyler Harding. Everyone's so strong. Oh, have a seat, Mr. Harding. Now, can you save me, the audience, and yourself a lot of embarrassment, pain, and time? And just say that the government killed Jerrod.
No. Because they didn't.
Okay.
Next question.
Just admit that the government covered up a coup in Venezuela.
No.
But Derek Taylor was assassinated by the U.S. government. That is true.
He was not.
You covered up his suicide. Made it look like he killed himself.
That did not happen.
Can you just open up to the people? They need to know.
Mr. Wall,
What?
come on, man. Come on. Like, you are wasting your audience's time pursuing this line of questioning, don't you think?
No, people need to know that they can trust their government, and the government won't kill them.
Why is the media involved?
Media. We mediate between what happens and what people need to know. We're media company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Mr. Wall,
Read a dictionary.
the media is a business like any other whose sole purpose is to generate income. And that income comes through ratings. It was the media who put that boob Donald Trump on 24 hours a day, all in the pursuit of money.
All right, well, what's wrong with providing that ray of light? All right, what's wrong with being entertained?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit there and pretend that you're some sort of benevolent knight here to, speak the truth against the man.
Oh.
I mean, no, seriously. I mean, look at you. You, sir, are a light entertainer who has been brought on to speak political information to the average Joe.
That's not why I was brought on.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Yeah.
it shows I'm a damn good interviewer.
Mr.
Come on. Okay. If I'm not, then why are you here? Are you here to entertain?
I am here to inform. Really, actually, I'm doing your job, which is to provide truth to people who need to hear it.
Yeah, by lying and covering up things.
Cool.
let's not get into an argument, please.
Okay.
Just stick to the facts.
Okay, here's a fact. Why was the dead man's autopsy done without any outside witnesses or mediators?
I'm not gonna answer.
Listen, buddy, you're on HardWall. You'll answer my questions.
And I'm certainly not. I'm not gonna be bullied by some souped-up game show host.
Just why was the dead man's autopsy done without any outside mediators or witnesses? Answer the question.
I see. So now you're what, like a Jeremy Paxman?
I know you are, but what am I?
You, sir, are. You know what you are? You're a child.
Yep, well, I'm rubber and you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you.
Good Lord, man. You know, it's like you just decided to get dressed up and you're gonna go give the keynote speech in an incel conference.
Yeah, well, you look like an AIDS-riddled Steve Buscemi.
You know, you're sad. You are a sad man. Somebody who, going through school, couldn't get the attention that you needed, and so now you've got this hole inside of you, and you're whoring yourself out on television just to fill that void.
Mm-hmm. I bet you were bullied in school.
Maybe.
Yeah, I bet they called you a dweeb.
Maybe no.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and you always were friends with the teachers because you couldn't make friends with any kids your own age.
No, they liked me.
No, they pitied you. They thought you were pathetic! Admit it!
That's not true.
And you ratted on all the other kids.
Well, I was just. There's justice has to be done.
Yeah, justice. And you're doing the same thing now. You're letting everyone else do your dirty work by being a rat.
I'm just providing the truth.
You make me sick. You love drinking the milk cartons of power, don't you?
A little bit.
Yeah. And you were always reminded the teacher when they had a test.
Probably, maybe, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I did.
And look there in the camera and admit that you were the only one who was ever nice to the substitute teacher.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Actually,
And they're losers.
it's all true.
Okay.
It's all true. And you know, Derek Taylor, he didn't commit suicide. No. I mean, he knew too much, so of course the government knocked him off. Right? And I covered it up in my report.
Oh.
Can I be with the be with the cool kids now?
Okay, yes, you're one of the cool kids now. Oh.
Maybe we can just do some softball.
You want a softball? Okay, I'll give you a softball. Oh, let me think. Okay. Would you rather fight Muhammad Ali in his prime or when he had Parkinson's? Parkinson's. I think I would. There we go. Okay, this has been HardWall, everybody. Thank you. Sit next to me, Chris.
Okay. Wow. I just got a call. You got a second series.
No, quitting. I'm going into politics. Pretty good. Oh,